Morty's Diner. Hot coffee without the toxic sludge.
Sometimes a community is filled with exactly what it seems. It's just a pile of nuts. Morty's Diner. Great conversation without the pile of nuts.
Well, hello, people. Hello, everyone. And yeah, how's it going? I'll tell you, been having a pretty, what can I tell you? All right, things are okay on this end. If you measure the word okay like I do. But anyway, let's continue. There we go. And we got a few topics for today's quote show or episode. I'm going to talk about Sasquatch, Bigfoot. Sasquatch loves Morty's Diner. I'm going to talk about some recent poll results here on the Diner channel. I'm going to update the viewers on Morty's Cannabis news, updates on that. Okay. And, current explorations and planned future explorations, adventures on that. And then finally, a comment to Inri the Holiday Man. That'll be a brief comment, but for the record, I think it should be stated. And all right. So, man, how you doing? I got my edibles here, my pre-rolls. and hanging out at the channel, at the diner. Yep. Yep, hanging out. All right, let's. I'm going to give the channel a thumbs up. Today's show. If anybody would like to, you can support the channel with a simple thumbs up or a thumbs down, and subscribe if you're not a subscriber. That's all good stuff. Psst. And what else? Well, we'll just keep it going. We'll get some more viewers there, and then we'll get into today's topics. Hello, Dirk Diggler. How's it going? How's the drywall business? Very good. All right. Yeah. Really? You just got back from Florida? Business? Vacation? Don't tell me you went to Disney World or you took another Disney cruise. Is that possible? Or you're looking for a house at the Villages? Don't tell us that. Jeez. Vacation. Very nice. Very good. It's summer is coming now, or it's here. I mean, Florida must be getting pretty hot. It's just awful there with the humidity and the high temperatures. Disney World. Yeah, I went to Disney World one time. Disneyland quite a number of times. Disney World in Orlando one time, and that was like decades ago. Wow, a long time ago. Went to Disney World in Kissimmee, the alligator place in Kissimmee. I remember that. And I mainly remember it was incredibly hot and humid. Yeah, exactly. Right. Hello, Big Meech. Great to see you. I heard Bing. Wow. That's news to me. Jesus. That's pretty horrible. Yeah, wow. All right, we got 10 people, so let's get into today's topics. Let's talk about Sasquatch. Here up in the Northwest is where Sasquatch lives. Canada, mountains of Montana and Washington, Oregon. Oregon is Sasquatch country. There's just no. That's it. And we have a little video to celebrate Sasquatch. Let's turn off the cockatoos. And let's play our new video, if I can find it. All right. Isn't that a beautiful, just absolutely beautiful video? Just great. Yeah. Beautiful music. Hello, system. Squirrels finally have a safe space from that Central Florida murdering maniac. Thank you, Morty. Well, we love squirrels on this channel. We love all animals. I'm not crazy about insects, but certainly all mammals and many rodents. All rodents, I mean, unless they're, carrying the plague or something. Yeah, absolutely. So, in that video, we had the squirrel and Sasquatch there out in the woods, out by Morty's Diner. Oh, yeah, and they're just living life, loving life, and enjoying their days together at peace. Sasquatch, who certainly would be as strong, maybe even stronger than an orangutan, isn't smashing the skull of the squirrel. He's playing with the squirrel because he knows the squirrel's a nice guy, a friendly creature, fellow animal here on the planet in nature, just wanting to live, to exist in peace, not be caged, not be tricked into entering a cage and trapped by a piece of cheese and then being picked up and relocated 5 miles down the street in a whole new realm that he's totally unfamiliar with, having been separated, having been ripped from his family and little baby squirrels and wife who were depending upon him for providing food, for seeking and providing food and protection for his family. No, here we care for and we love the squirrels and Sasquatch. And like the squirrel and Sasquatch, this channel seeks to just, live amongst the animals and, have a nice life without, the blasting. Yeah, Dirk, gee, that was so nice, I've got to do this because it was so nice. Yeah, I just realized I just realized a good idea. I'm gonna add Sasquatch to the YouTube celebrity menu. No reason why he shouldn't be on the menu. I mean, we know he's out there. He watches our customers arrive and leave, and he never bothers or disturbs. Certainly never attacks anybody. People wave to him, he waves back, and, we let him live his life, and, and he respects the people pulling up, to the diner. And but I do put out there for him on occasion, the squirrels, we always have, nuts out there and fresh berries. And, so I'm going to put out some food for Sasquatch. Maybe some beef patties, turkey burgers, fruit and vegetables. Yeah, I mean, why not? Let's take care of each other. Yeah, that was peaceful. All right, next topic. All right, this is going to be a screen share. We're going to talk about recent poll results on the channel. So let's go ahead and get into this. Yeah, okay, very good. Only have 7 viewers right now, but that's okay, because when we do the when it goes into replay, it'll surge up to like 11 or 12 views. So just fantastic. All right, where are we? All right, so let's. Am I on StreamYard? Yes, I am. All right, let's look at this here. So 4 weeks ago, I posted. Oh, this is so complicated. Yeah, Meech. I can't wait to... Oh, no, absolutely no way. If you do that, I will never meet you at Culver's and vomit in the parking lot for your entertainment. No. All right, so 4 weeks ago, I had this poll posted on my channel. And it was, which innovation do you want to see at Morty's Diner? A, came in at 24%, B, 18%, C came in at 24%, and D came in at 35%. So D was the obvious, well, D is the clear winner, 35%. Want to see D on the channel. But this post got some interesting comments. Rufus commented, any innovation I would like to see. Maybe Morty learning how to do a poll. I didn't understand that comment because here's the poll. It's clear as day. How about any innovation? Well, we have innovations here all the time over the last 7.5 years. Pasta says, "Fike me dead. I'm confused." I don't see what was confusing. Pretty straightforward poll. And then Rufus again. What's A? Oh, and what are the rest of them? And I replied, A is A. The results thus far indicate D in the lead. So, I mean, pretty straightforward poll, and the audience, not strongly, but the audience indicated that D was their preference. So that was a good poll. I'll take a sip of coffee. Okay, next poll that we had here on the channel. Let's change this. 1 second, please. All right. This was from 3 days ago. I'm sorry, 8 days ago. And the poll said, select one. And this got 24 votes, so that's pretty good. First choice, A, select one. A, Bateman, Morty, Jock, Nicholas, Curly. 58%, the clear winner. Okay. B, Docs, Reggie, Donnie, Curly, and the Drainer. 4%. Okay. Choice C, Uzi, Nicholas, Curly, O'Sheen, Narc. A minuscule 13%. And D was Jax, Marcello, JB, Lux, and Bob, Dr. Bob. And it had 5 comments. Let's look at those. Rich Mitch. The first one is a dream team. So he says Bateman, Morty, Jock, Nicholas, and Curly are a dream team. Wow, what a comment. Okay, thank you, Mitch, for that comment, Rich Mitch. Max Carter. Best new duo is Morty and Puck. Yeah, I like talking to Puck. Yeah, I get some splashback. That Puck, people don't want to watch Puck on my channel, and they leave, and they just find him not interesting enough. I find him very interesting to talk to. He's quite amusing guy, good sense of humor. I mean, a real Aussie, what we think in America of Australians out there in the outback, living with wombats and frilled lizards, and that's him, man. And you get him on the phone there with you get him on the show there with T-Dubs or another, Aussie, and it's just fun to listen to them all talk. Pavel. Jax, Lux, Hingis, JB, and Panerai Ferrari. I think that's what he thinks should be on the poll as his choice. Jax, Lux, Hingis, JB. Panerai Ferrari, I've heard that name. I don't know him at all. I've never talked to him. I may have seen him. I'm sure I have, but I don't know him. Okay. And Rufus, again, he just gives a general LOL there. Is that a crying? Or I think I don't know. I think he's crying. And Gampers, does this have anything to do with a menu revamp? That's pretty good. But no, not at all. So what this poll referred to, and let's check the comments, see if anything is here. Hang on. Yeah, we got JBI Deeks. What is slow mode, that is? Slow mode, I set it for 15 seconds. That means if anyone, wants to go overtly vile, the host has, I have 15 seconds to remove them before it's posted on the show, before it shows up. Many hosts use slow mode, 5 seconds, 30 seconds, 60 seconds, whatever. It's just, there are people out there who are just, sick people, and they get their jollies by going on shows and disrupting them with their vile comments. So that's all that is. Is Puck the ELA teacher in Hanoi? No, Puck is a interesting guy in Australia. Easy Company is the English language teacher in Hanoi. And I've talked to him in the past. I've gotten along just fine with him. I think he would agree. He's never stopped. I don't recall him stopping by the diner, but he can come by anytime. Right? But yeah, Puck is Puck Elf. That's correct. The guy with the, chainmail and steel helmet and lightsabers. What's better at the diner, a malt or a float? Nobody asks for floats. That is so 1930s, 1940s, and 50s, maybe 60s. Nobody asks for them, so I don't have floats on the menu. We do have malt, so yeah. Milkshakes and malts. Nobody ever asks for a float. It's just too 1950s, 1930s. Yeah. Yeah, you bet. Okay, let's get back to to talking about this poll that was posted. So, what this post is reflective of, hold on. There we go. This post is reflective of the Holiday Man channel. Choice A, that is. Choice A is reflective of people who are banned on the Holiday Man channel. And again, this was 8 days ago I put this up. Bateman is banned. Now, they say I'm not banned, but I'm certainly not welcome there. And in fact, I was blocked or banned by, Central Florida man some while ago. He didn't want me there, and I'm not going there. So I was banned for. I think I still am because my comments didn't show up from a few weeks ago. Jock is banned, and Nicholas is banned, and Curly is banned. So is there anything that the five of us have in common? I'm afraid to say there is one thing. We're all banned on the Holiday Man channel. Not welcome. That's for sure. Or never to be invited. That's for sure. I can't believe I would be on any list with those four other fellows having anything in common except, I don't know. Okay, so regards to Bateman, Jock, Nicholas, and the other guy. All right, choice B, Docs, Reggie, Donnie, Curly, and Drainer. Well, Docs, okay, his next door neighbors, Reggie and Donnie. Maybe it's Reggie and Ronnie, but I think those two guys are Reggie and Donnie. Of course, Curly, and of course, Dog Drainer. Those are the five guys most likely to be seen at Man's Country Bathhouse in Chicago. Because, Cox Report, Reggie and Donnie, Curly, the prison sex guy, and, of course, Drainer, So they're the five guys in the community most likely to hang out together at the bathhouse, at the gay bathhouse in Chicago, or Florida for all that matters, But anyway, okay, choice C, Uzi, Nicholas, Curly, O'Sheen, Narc. What is choice C? Well, it's obvious. Well, the choice C is reflective of the five most vile anti-Semite Jew haters in the community that I associate with, or that I'm familiar with, or know of. Uzi, of course, is a rampant, raging anti-Semite racist. Nicholas, I've got a list of clips and screenshots of Nicholas where his Jew hatred, anti-Semitism is absolutely just vile beyond understanding. Curly, I got lots of clips of Curly, full of Jew hatred, Jewish hatred, and anti-Semitic vile insults. O'Sheen, I don't spend any time with O'Sheen. I've watched his channel a couple times, but people say, oh, he's the anti-Semite. He's got nothing on Uzi or Nick, Curly. And Narc, of course, a disgusting piece of shit, using the same ham-filled, quote, comedy content for the last 4 years. The guy is like an ancient vaudevillian in the 1920s. Milton Berle, that era. They would have one act, which was 5 to 10 minutes, if they were just on the vaudeville bill of 20, 30 acts. Or if they were the headliner, they'd have a 20 to 30 minute performance, 20, 30 minute act. And it's the same act. And that same act, they'll perform at every show over a year as the vaudeville troupe travels coast to coast, New England, down New York to Florida, Philadelphia, Texas, the Midwest, North Central, Denver, all the way, Bozeman, Montana, Seattle, all the way down to LA and San Diego, Tempe, and, wherever there's a vaudeville theater on that circuit, they use the same act because it's a different audience every night, okay? Because it's a traveling vaudevillian troupe. So that's Narc. He has the one act and he never changes it, but it's filthy, vile, and despicable. And people who accept it and don't speak up on any of these five guys, well, it speaks for itself. Yeah, and then, next year they would have to make a new act, write that up, test it out a few nights, and it's good to go. And then they got the next year tour. They're all set. And it's easy for the performer because it's proven. And they just have to get it down, pat, and they're ready for a year of shows. Okay. And then choice D, Jax, Marcello, JB, Lux, and Bob. Well, they're the five guys in the community most likely to be playing Naked Twister together. There you have it. As JB said, it doesn't have to be shirtless Twister. It can be naked Twister. So that explains that poll. And it was certainly not about the best YouTube team or lineup. No. Choice A was who's banned on the Holiday Man channel. Choice B, the most likely gay bathhouse visitors. C, the biggest anti-Semite racist. And D, the Naked Twister team. There you go. All right. Let's check the show. My son loves a root beer float. Yeah, I mean, but does anybody even offer a root beer float anymore? You know, Red Robin might still offer floats. Red Robin is a nationwide kind of hamburger restaurant, full menu kind of place, but they might. Dirk Diggler, you're banned on the Lex show. Lexter Dexter has banned more people from the beginning of his show than any other channel. It's just a common everyday occurrence. You hear, all right, I've had enough of you, you're gone. Or, all right, you're banned. You're gone. You got your own channel, you might as well go over there. I don't need you here. Bye. So, exactly. Jeez. Okay, let's continue on with the another poll that was up recently on my channel. All right. Jesus. Holy fuck. Oh, and this was 6 days ago. And look at that picture. Oh my God. I'm glad I'm on the pre-roll right now. Otherwise, I don't know how I would be able to react to this picture. Oh God. 6 days ago, I put, quote, Curly, you owe me $1,000. Fuck you, pay me. Because I know he loves that quote, you know, from Goodfellas. You know, fuck you, pay me. You know, lost your job? I don't give a fuck. Fuck you, pay me. You know. So, Jesus, 16 thumbs up on that one, and that's pretty supportive and encouraging or nice. And there's a story behind this, which it turns out, I found out that is that many of the viewers out there in the community don't know about an incident that involved Curly and myself. So, yeah, he owes me $1,000. He's owed me $1,000. I'd have to look up the date, but when this happened, it might be 2 years ago. Time goes so quickly. Maybe 2.5, maybe 3 years ago, 2.5 or 2 years ago. But no, and I'm going to discuss this in more detail on a very on an upcoming show very soon. Maybe, you know, on the next show, just touch over it again. And no, he owes me $1,000, and he's weaseled out of it in true Chicago style. I mean, you got to hand it to him on that. You know, he knows how to weasel out of stuff, and you know, fast talking, weaseling. You know. But I mean, you got to tip your hat to the guy for that. I mean, he certainly got that down. You know, and we'll address that very soon in detail. We had one comment from Breitling. He said, because the mind and body are heavily connected, emotional and mental instability often leaks out through physical expressions and systemic bodily reactions. Frequently darting eyes, an unfocused stare, or avoiding direct eye contact out of fear, shame, or suspicion is a clear sign of someone unstable. Facial tension, clenched jaws, furrowed brows, or rapid micro-expressions of panic or irritability also adds to the clear signs of people that are not mentally stable. That picture tells any sensible person all they need to know, says Breitling, who got 5 thumbs up. And let's go back, and there you have it. That is the man. That's a screenshot. It's not AI, or what do you call it? What do they call that? Edited at all with any Photoshop or, you know, editing tools. It's just a screenshot. I don't remember when, but it's a screenshot of him. So I'll be discussing my friend Curly, and maybe the next show we'll get into it. And Yeah, I mean, the situation won't go away. He probably, just moved on and forgot about it, or he probably knows about it, but just, he won't do it. I mean, well, we'll get into it on the next show, I think. Next show or two, we'll get into that and let everybody know about it. And of course, when he replies about this, if he does, which he probably will at some point, you have to remember, I'm speaking the truth. I don't distort the facts. All right, there we go. Next poll we did. Well, that wasn't really a poll. That was just a post. Okay. Okay. 6 days ago on the same topic, 21 votes. That's a nice turnout. I said, what kind of man loses a bet and refuses to pay the other guy? Why doesn't Curly pay Morty what he owes him? Why doesn't anyone call out Curly for stiffing Morty? Why is Curly allowed to get away with ripping off Morty? When is Curly finally going to pay Morty the $1,000 he owes him? And the four choices. A, when Mrs. O'Leary's cow starts another Chicago fire. I thought that was pretty cute. Okay. If anybody knows what that refers to. B, when Trump is elected to a third term as president, only 5% there, 14% on the first one. C, when Watch Nicholas invites Morty to his house for dinner and weed. That's an overwhelming 52% response. And D, when Joe Pesci calls Curly on the phone and tells him to pay Morty. Now, if that ever happened, Curly would pay. Because I think Joe Pesci is one of the people he really admires. Not only as an actor, but for the work he's done, as not only for his acting talent, but for the work he's done on screen over the years in different roles. Most notably, Casino and Goodfellas. And I'm sure he loved Joe Pesci in Raging Bull. But that was very early in his film career. And that might have been only the second movie Joe Pesci ever did, in fact. But I think Joe Pesci would be in his top 3 or top 5 celebrities or certainly actors. I mean, look at it. You got Joe Pesci 1, probably De Niro 2, and who would be his third favorite actor? The guy from Bronx Tale. I always forget his name. Who's that guy from Bronx Tale? The guy. Yeah, well, that's what I mean. Okay. Now yous can't leave. That guy. Yeah, okay. What was the bet? See, Davey Small, he doesn't know anything about what happened. So yeah, I'll get into this and in the next show or two and remind the audience how I was ripped off and stiffed by Curly. Okay, next poll that was up there. McLobster took a week-long break from the fishbowl, which means cesspool. People say I look 10 years younger. Oh, I can believe that. Yeah. Hey, good morning, Puck. How you doing? Okay, been painting. And you bought more fucking robots you can't afford. Well, yeah, we know what you mean. Aquarian. Oh, I don't know anything about Aquarian. All right, let's get back to this poll here. All right, so here we have 1 day ago. Was this 1 day? Yeah. This was, I think, more than a day ago, but maybe 2 or 3 days ago. Do Morty's Diner viewers want to see amazing and original future content about 35 votes? Very, very nice turnout there. A, Curly, Watch Nicholas, AD Never Calling, and Uzi. Oh, I have very good news for AD Never Calling. I'll mention that pretty soon. Later in the show, I mean. So do Morty's Diner viewers want to see amazing and original future content about A, 49%, Curly, Watch Nicholas, 80 Never Calling, and Uzi. Choice B, Holiday Man and Doc's Report, who many people have been referring to as Cox Report, which, okay, that's choice B, 20%. Choice C, skin conditions, such as skin tags, moles, pimples, lesions, huge bumps, etc. Scars. 11%, so that came in fourth. And choice D, circus freaks and human oddities. Only 20%. I thought that would get a lot more, but I think a lot of the voters on choice D, circus freaks and human oddities, when they thought about it, they went and cast their vote for choice A, Curly, Watch Nicholas, AD Never Calling, and Uzi. I got a couple comments on this one. A Hurricane, a Bigfoot would have been a winner option. Well, we did a little bit we have some Bigfoot content today, all right? And Gampers prefers condiment content. Overall choices A, B, C, and D. He just wants to see amazing and original future content about condiments, salsa, ketchup, mustard, hot sauce, and, all kinds of condiments. Interesting. Yeah, all right. This was posted several days ago. First time Blackberry drops review later tonight, like for reals. And I've been consuming Drops. That's the brand name. Drops Cannabis jellies. This is the Blackberry choice. I've been talking about this for a while. And I took yesterday, the day before yesterday, I started. So I'll be talking about that. All right, let's move on. Let's move back here. All right. Where are we here? StreamYard, okay. And you customize the He-Man sword so it's Skeletor now. Very good. Right, okay, very good. 10 viewers. Gee, everybody must be on those other channels. Or, just driving home from work or doing whatever they do, at the bathhouse. Abracadabra, hello. Puck, aren't you the plastic bag toilet guy? Yes, I'm the one. Plastic bag toilet. I don't know anything about that. That sounds interesting. Plastic bag toilet guy. They're $10 per bag. Something, wow, okay. Plastic bag toilet content, wow. All right, very good. So let's talk about the third topic in the title, cannabis news, Morty's cannabis news. So that product called Drops, which is an Oregon product, it's sold in all the shops I've visited up here. And yes. So I'll give my review on taking Drops. For all you cannabis users out there who know all about this stuff. Okay. Drops is, I've learned so much about THC and cannabinoids and CBN and CBD. I didn't know anything about any of this a year ago. In fact, it was when I was regularly appearing on the Watch Nicholas show, I really began to learn all about this stuff from no other than primarily Watch Nicholas, who, of course, is a marijuana maven, a cannabis connoisseur, not a bonger. He doesn't do bongs, he said, but I'm sure in the past he did. But he really knows his stuff on this. And it turned out so many of the viewers, if not an overwhelming majority, know all about this stuff. So this particular product, they make many varieties. If you go to the Drops, just go to Drops Cannabis, and you'll find it right on Google. and check out their page. This is the blackberry flavored version, made with live rosin. I've learned all about live rosin versus distillates. I mean, it's amazing. You get 20 of them. You get 20 edibles in this little canister. It's a little metal container. It's very well designed. Okay, better than a little paper or plastic bag. Each piece, you get 20 in the little can. Each piece is 5 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD. Okay, 5 milligrams THC, 10 milligrams CBD. Puck says to Abracadabra, how many bags should I fill with shit for you? That's a good reply. Very good. Okay. All right, so I'll give you my review on this stuff. So the first night, I cut it in half. Well, I just bit it in half, and I chewed it up. Just, 'cause I haven't used this kind of stuff at all, cannabis related, and since I was a high school, college age. So the taste is awful. I mean, it has the the smell of smoking a joint. Well, that's the taste of the stuff. It does have a blackberry. They do add blackberry flavoring or natural blackberry flavor into the ingredients, but I really didn't taste any fruity flavor at all. It's the exact stink of smoking a joint. That stink. That's what they taste like when you chew them up. Anyway, and they have some little sugar coating on it, and I guess they look well made enough. And it is made here locally in the greater Portland area. Okay. Abracadabra says, thanks, but no thanks. Okay, for the bag of shit. Okay, very good. So I took one. All the websites and people I talked to online and etc. said, give it 20 to 40 minutes for it to react, because you have to swallow it, and it goes into your liver for processing, and then so it's not like smoking a bong where it hits you right away or quickly. Rufus, hey Rufus, no shit, Morty hates. Yeah, I'm on the edibles, baby. Yeah. Right. Okay. And so I ate the half of what they call one of these drops. Threw the other half in the trash pail. Yeah. Because I got 20 of them, and nothing happened. Nothing. I mean, nothing. But something did happen that might be connected, and I want to discuss this because. I think the evidence is showing me that, well, I can't say scientifically, but it could have just been, my imagination, my overthinking, or just, I don't know. But I ate a lot of food. I mean, I don't use the word binge, but that first night when I had the first half of the edible, and I had no feeling of, no buzz, nothing. But I ate a pint of Haagen-Dazs. I mean, a pint. This is heart attack territory. Did I have a pint or half a pint? I had half a pint. That's 8 ounces. So I had half a container of Haagen-Dazs chocolate chip, well, vanilla chocolate chip they call it, which is my go-to ice cream, which I try not to buy because it's just not good for me, But I had half a container, so that's like a cup, 8 ounces. Then I had a turkey and Swiss sandwich I made at home. I had a bag of potato chips. Not a large family-sized bag, but, decent-sized bag of Boulder brand. It's a really good brand, Boulder. I used to like Kettle, and Kettle's good, but I've been buying Boulder brand potato chips from Boulder, Colorado. And I had a bag of potato chips. And then I had more food. Then I had some slices of Swiss cheese. I had some more Swiss cheese, just peeled off some slices from the package. And I think I had a can of peas as well. A whole can of Del Monte green peas. That's very strange. I don't eat like that at all. Right? Well, then yesterday, since nothing really happened, I got no effect from the half an edible. So last night I had the whole thing, which was, as again, 5 milligrams THC and 10 milligrams CBD. So I had the whole one because I now knew that the half provided nothing. And about an hour or two later, I sensed kind of a buzz in my head, you know? But it wasn't a body high, and it wasn't even a feeling of a high like smoking a joint back when I did, decades and decades ago. It wasn't that. It was just my head just felt like, okay, it's in my bloodstream. I can, it's doing something. It was just a head buzz. But it wasn't a high sensation or anything like that. So, but I ate the rest of the Haagen-Dazs vanilla chip ice cream. So I finished that container, and then I had a second container in the fridge, and I ate half of that. So I actually had a pint of ice cream. A full Haagen-Dazs pint of vanilla chocolate chip, which is just outrageous. The fat and sugar content is just unbelievable, but I did that. And then I had another turkey and Swiss sandwich. I did have a can of Del Monte peas last night. And more potato chips. And I never eat like that, never. So I'm thinking, even though I didn't really feel anything from these edibles, it had a very subtle but definite stimulating food, craving or food desiring quality to it or effect. I really think so, because I don't eat like that at all. A pint of Haagen-Dazs, a bag of potato chips, and a sandwich, and a can of peas. And I think I had something else, too. I mean, I had last night a can of ravioli. Annie's, which is an organic quality brand, not Chef Boyardee, Annie's, because I never buy that. It's really good, but I bought 2 cans last time at Safeway. And I had 1 can last night, 1 can the night before. So I really had a binge. So I think this stuff affected it affected definitely something in my mind that set off an eat urge, So I don't like that aspect of it. But in terms of a high or anxiety relief, a body high, an old-fashioned smoking a joint high. I didn't get anything from the edibles. So I think the next up in the edibles is go for 1.5. Now I was watching some doctor's he's really into psychopharmaceuticals. This guy is really brilliant, and he's actually from South Africa, I think. Forgot his name, but Dr. Joseph, that's his name. Joseph, Joseph, I think. Anyway, he was talking, I watched this one last night, this video. He talked about the THC content of cannabis from, back in the hippie days to what's out now. And he said a typical joint back in the hippie days was 2 milligrams or 3 milligrams of THC. That was, so that's what I would have been smoking, back in high school type years, all right? Now, it's extremely common to get 5 or 10 milligrams in all these products, and any of these products, like this product here is 5 milligram THC, 10 milligram CBD. But you can now buy hybrid created stuff of 20 milligram THC, up to 70 milligram THC, which causes, scientifically proven, causes paranoia, schizophrenia, major mood disorders, bipolar disorder. I mean, it really fucks people up. And we may know people on these YouTube channels who we could say are living proof of the deleterious, dangerous effects of too high a THC content taken on a daily or almost daily basis. It really has very harmful, dangerous and harmful effects, creating rage, paranoid schizophrenia, mood disorders, bipolarity. I mean, it's true. Anyway, this guy said, if you're really going to, do this stuff, at the most, stay within 5 or 10 milligrams of THC, because the body can process that. I mean, reasonably okay, and not on an infrequent basis. So if you're doing it every day, it's trouble. You're heading for definite trouble, which I believe in. If you do it on a, occasion here and there, 5 or 10 milligram THC, it's not going to turn you into one of those severe psychologically disordered, poor mental health victims, really, or abusers. Okay, so that brings us to the pre-roll. Hello, Bateman. Hello, Bateman. Okay. So the pre-roll. So I also, when I went to that pot shop a few weeks ago, I bought the pre-roll. The guy suggested for me after I explained my desires. And this is also a local Oregon product. And I showed this in detail on a show 2 or 3 weeks ago. And now this is different. This is like a joint, okay? But it's all packaged, ready to go. This has a completely different formulation, all right? CBD 17, this is in the entire cigarette, okay? CBD 17.6% THC. Oh, no, I'm sorry. CBD is 17.6%. All right. THC 0.73%. Very different formulation composition. And CBD, CND, all these different cannabinoids and THC. There's so many products with different formulations and percentages, and they all have different effects, all these different compounds and chemical substances, and they offer all kinds of varying concentrations and formulations. So I'm going to smoke this tonight. I'm not going to do it inside the house because I don't want to stink it up. But I'll go outside and inhale a couple puffs and see what happens. This should be a very different result or response because it's heavily more CBD, which is 17.6%, and the THC only 0.73%. So this could be quite interesting and definitely different than the drops product. But I will continue with drops. I'll take a 1.5 edible, chewy, edible gummies, whatever they're called. Gummies, yeah. I'll do that next time, a 1.5, which would be 7.5 THC and 12.5 CBD. Okay, we got that covered. And with that eating reaction might have just been, I don't know where that came from. I can only guess or assume at this moment in my adventure, since I never eat like that, and the two times I used those drops products, I did eat like that. I think that that's not scientific proof. That's not really evidence, but I think they're connected. That this stuff really set me off to eat way too much shit, and I don't know what brings that on. Is it a desire to self-destruct, to destroy myself, to induce a heart attack and a stroke? Or is it just a natural response from cannabis to want to eat? This is all to be considered, Or is it a... I don't know. It's quite a topic. All right, we're going to put this back in the drawer. And we'll go to the next topic, which is comment in Holiday Man. All right. Let me readjust myself in my chair here. By the way, for all those watching live or on the replay, if you'd like to support Morty's Diner YouTube channel, you admire the content here, you really like it, by all means, consider Cash App, Ko-Fi, and PayPal. All that information is in the chat section in the beginning. Just scroll back to the beginning. It's right there. And in fact, let's put that up on the banner. Do I have that? Maybe I don't have that anymore. But, oh, here it is. Yeah. Cash App, 100% anonymous. You just call yourself anything you want. Call yourself Sasquatch, and you're absolutely anonymous. Ko-Fi, PayPal, whatever your pleasure. Thank you very much. All right, where are we here? Next topic, Holiday Man. And, several days ago, maybe a week ago, Holiday Man himself gave me a remount on his channel. And that's fine. You can say what he wants. And that was the end of any Morty/Holiday Man connection, online or, email-wise, anyway-wise. He's decided what he decided, and whatever, And I commented on it that night. This is maybe 2 weeks ago. I don't remember. Yeah, right after I do all my monologuing, maybe a little later, I don't know. But thanks for watching. Okay. And so that was it. So I haven't really talked about, and I don't really have any desires of talking about the Holiday Man channel and the Cox Report, the executive producer over there. Anyway, so, but I heard Holiday Man channel. I actually looked at it maybe a couple nights ago. And I want to set the record straight on something that he said. I mean, this is a very minor point, very minor. But I just like to always set the record straight, He's been very, Holiday Man has spoken a lot about people streaming at night, like after midnight, because he feels he said, in fact, I don't have the verbatim, but he said something very close to the effect of, he specifically picked that time slot of 12:30 at night or whatever, for a 1 to 2 hour show, because it was unused and unmined. It was a wide open territory, and he's the first guy to see that, take that opportunity and seize it and use it for his shows. Okay. And then people said, hey, this is a good time slot, and started watching this channel. And I just want to, as I said, to set the record straight. I started doing shows late at night from 11 or midnight through 1, 2, 3 in the morning on a nightly or almost nightly basis for, I've been on YouTube with my channel for 7.5 years. And I would say I did about 6 years of shows. I mean, without question, 5 years, probably 6 years or more of shows at the midnight, 11 p.m., 12 a.m., 1, 2, 3 in the morning time slot. Literally about 1,000 shows. Because I have 2,000 videos, live streams and videos in my YouTube studio library. 2,000. And I would say I did 1,000 shows at that time slot. 1,000. Over 6 years easily, maybe longer. Okay? So for him to say he found that time slot, he created content that people watch in that time slot. It's his special time slot. These are things he said. For the most part, this is accurate, okay? I'm not quoting him, It's just absolutely false, specious, and it's just not true. He's severely misguided if he actually has convinced himself that's the case. Okay. So what really set him off was 3 weeks ago. I don't remember, 2 or 3 or 4 weeks ago, something like that. I did a show which ran into his quote his time slot. About a half hour into it, I think. Oh no, I started a show at 11. No, actually, I started a show at 7 or 8 p.m. and it was an emergency $100 fundraising episode, which was true. I mean, I'm penniless. I am penniless, and I did an emergency $100 show, and the plan was I'm going to stay on until I can get $100 because I am penniless. And I was aware that it was going into the start time of his show, but the overriding necessity of me getting $100 was more important than infringing on his, quote, specially reserved time slot. So it went into his show about a half hour, I think, or maybe an hour. I don't remember. It was something like that, okay? Maybe an hour. That was the second night. The night before that, that's right, the night before that, I did a show. I started at 11 p.m. And I know he was coming on at 12:15 or whatever. And I did a show which ran to about 12:30, 12:40, about a half hour overlapping his show. So those two instances really set him off. Plus, I did a show prior to that, maybe 4 days a week prior to that, where Cox Report was running the Holiday Man overnight show, and he just kept repeating this Denver airport death scene of this guy getting run over by an airplane, and it was the most boring, tedious, most horrible show I've ever seen on YouTube. And so I talked about that, and of course that really set off Docs. He really hated that. Oh, God, because he's so thin-skinned. But anyway, so those two instances where I did a show that invaded his self-allocated, self-reserved time slot of 12:30 or 12:15 a.m., plus, to some measure, when I critiqued that Docs episode, that set him off on me, and from that moment forward, I was scum in terms of the Holiday Man channel. All right, fine, whatever, okay. But I just wanted to, or I want to set the record straight that no time slot is reserved for anybody. Anybody can do a show anytime they want. Now, I'll make a statement that is absolutely factual, that no one else can say, that I did not, for many years, I never did a show at the 4 p.m. afternoon time slot that Archie Luxury did his show. Because at that time, I was a fan of the Archie Luxury channel, and I never, ever, out of deference or, I don't want to say respect, or just, because, I looked at him as Archie, the originator guy, I never, ever did a show at his 4 to 7, p.m. time slot. Never. But after I realized Archie was not worth my time, and I stopped watching the show completely, then I realized, no, I do a show anytime I want. So I do shows in the morning, in the afternoon, late afternoon, evening, overnight, just anytime. Now, is that good for my channel as opposed to having a regular time? Probably not. But, what can I tell you? All right, so the end result is I'll do a show anytime I want to do a show. Nobody of any channel should be out there telling anybody what time they can or cannot do a show. Whether it's Bateman or Jock or Archie or, Lux Report or Marcello or O'Sheen or Tim Wright, anybody, do a show whenever you want, And people will watch what they want to watch. That's it. And if they don't watch it live, they can always watch a replay. So That's my comment about matters regarding, in the matter of the Holiday Man. All right. Now, one other comment I had about that is over the last week, just sitting around watching, YouTube and doing stuff, I had these imaginative, creative thoughts, like they just come into my head. They just appear, boom, And an idea came for me to do a video about Holiday Man, the Holiday Man channel, I mean. And I thought, oh, this would be so fucking funny. Oh, and then I thought of a video to make about the Docs Report. That would be so funny. So funny and original and creative and imaginative. And I've just never done them, Because it's like, Jesus. Now, these two guys, they get ripped upon and reamed out in via video trolling on other channels on a nightly basis. So I don't need to add to that. My idea was actually kind of good-natured, fun, witty, white gloved, very lightweight, funny, humorous, almost affectionate, but not affectionate, but trolling. But I never put that video together, those two videos. I never did them, and maybe I won't. But the ideas are still good, and I have them all in file. I wrote down everything, so I don't remember it. And maybe in the future I'll do that, with my creative team. But I don't see the point. We all know who's who and what's what, and we all know who does what, and what people really think, and who they really are online, about how they act is what I mean. How they really act, and what they really think, and the plotting, and the deviousness, and the hate. We all know this stuff, and most people don't care. They just don't care at all. So let's catch up on the comments here. Puck Elf, right? Hey, Crybaby Saggy Skin. Crybaby Saggy Skin has been posting some really, really witty and artistically created memes. So you want to look at Crybaby Saggy Skin's page. It's under OC's Ball Washer, a really clever name, and you don't want to miss that stuff, because it's really quality memeing. All right. Hello, Gildan. Morty, A-grade diner and bathhouse. Yeah, well, we don't cater to the bathhouse content people, but we do talk about the gay bathhouses sometimes. Which reminds me about Watch Reporter. He knows all about the Chicago gay bathhouses and Man's Country gay bathhouse. He knows all about that, and Obama and Rahm Emanuel, and over at the bathhouse. But he knows about that stuff. So anyway, okay, let's continue. Puck, Holiday Man sounds like the best superpower. Really? Wow. Puck, abracadabra, I upgraded my sword by rubbing shit on it. Oh, very okay. Okay. Gampers, good evening from New York City. New York, okay. Wow, how you doing, Gampers? I found this channel. I saw a thumbnail and clicked on it. I forgot the name of it. It's called Homeworthy. I think that was the name, Homeworthy. Let me look at, yeah. And it's like an architectural digest kind of content channel. And they visit the homes, which in many cases are apartments in residences. And the person gives a tour in detail of their home. And again, apartments in many cases. Homeworthy. Is that the name of that channel? That's it. Homeworthy. 830,000 subs. It's a very well done channel, I must say. And I watched two videos. two people showing off their extremely, extraordinarily well furnished, with very high priced furnishings and antiques and paintings and tapestries and murals and all, furniture and all that stuff. And it was more than I could take. But these people, the ones I saw, you talk about heavy New York accents. Holy cow. Did I used to talk like that? I think I might have. Maybe I did. I don't know. But anyway, if you're into that kind of stuff, check out a channel called Homeworthy. If you want to see how really rich, society level, type people, what they live like, what their life is like in New York City. Unbelievable. How much money people have and what they spend it on. All right, let's continue. Campers, I know there's a channel where this influencer asks usually attractive women what they pay for rent in New York City and gets invited. I saw that, and gets invited in for a tour. I don't remember that channel. It did pop up, and I watched one video, and yeah, he asked, assuming it's not a staged video, canned content. Yeah, I watched one, but I only watched one, yeah. I found it very difficult to believe that this young lady would invite this total video YouTubing stranger into her home, but maybe it was real, yeah. Caleb Simpson. Oh, let me see who that is. None of us have ever heard Gampers on any show. We don't know what Gampers sounds like. Maybe he sounds like these other New Yorkers who wash their clothes, and drink coffee, and I'm walking here. And maybe he talks like that, Caleb. Yeah, Caleb, that's the guy. Caleb Simpson. So I saw one of the guy's videos, yeah. I think that's the guy. Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I did. That's it. Yeah, that's it. Okay, very good. All right. So we've covered today's titled topics. Sasquatch loves the diner. My recent poll results from my posts page. Cannabis updates, got that thoroughly covered. Holiday Man comments, got that updated. Hello, Blaine. New Yorkers wash their clothes or have them washed. Washed, yeah. They do both. Yeah. Of course, the homeless neither wash or have them washed. Yeah. Coffee, washed. Yeah. That's true, yeah. I used for a while. I used a laundromat when I lived in LA. For a year or two, it was a Coin Laundry on Beverly Boulevard. I forgot the intersection. Maybe half a mile, or maybe a half a mile east of the Beverly Center. And I met Jeff Goldblum there. There's no kidding. No joke. It was a very nice laundromat. It was in a little strip mall. It was next to a Japanese restaurant, which I used to go to. It was very, very good. And I enjoyed that Japanese restaurant, which was 2 stores down from the laundromat, the Coin Laundry. So I met Jeff Goldblum in the Japanese restaurant. I set up my laundry, and then I went to have dinner at the Japanese restaurant. And then, after that, I went back to the Coin Laundry and continued with the dryer and the clothing. But that's true. Yeah. So Jeff Goldblum was not in the Coin Laundry. He was at the Japanese restaurant next to the Coin Laundry. Okay. Campers. Morty, when I first heard your channel, I immediately knew you were from New York City, and we spoke about it at the time. Yeah, well, see, it's very interesting because my accent has absolutely changed from growing up there. I mean, I know this has, but because when I hear people back from there, I go, my God, listen to how they talk. Long Island and New York accents, it's just unbelievable. But there was one time, 1980, give or take, 1980. This is a truce, maybe 79, 80. I got on an airplane and I was talking to somebody else. There were two of us flying, and we were putting our bags in the overhead compartment, talking about stuff. And then I sat down. But then we sat down, and this person in the seat on the other side of the aisle, this lady said to me, "You've got to be from New York." No, she said, "Don't tell me you're from New York." And I said, she knew it right away. So maybe that was 78 or 79 when that happened. I hadn't fully become a Southerner or infiltrated, living as a Southerner, a faux Southerner at that time. So she caught me. But yeah, okay. Puck, anyone seen a little naked man with $100 bill? No. I don't remember the last time I saw a $100 bill, to tell you the truth. Okay. Blaine, it could be worse. You could have an American newscaster accent. Oh, I hate that accent. You know, those people who become TV anchors, they train themselves to talk like that, and it's just a disgusting accent. It's horrible. Just horrible. But, I mean, the newscasters who talk like that, just horrible. It's sickening, yeah. You want Jefferson, not Benjamin. Jefferson's on the $2 bill, yeah. Which is still legal. You can go to any bank and find the $2 bills, just ask for them, but nobody uses them, you know. But campers, there's a certain type of person that when you note this, they will take great pains to enunciate certain words such as talking instead of their usual talking. Well, I got notified about this many times by people, or talked to about this. One of them is Hughes, like Howard Hughes. Okay, so this L.A. person, because Howard Hughes is very big, certainly was, and still the name Howard Hughes is still big in Los Angeles with many different places out there. So when I would mention the name Howard Hughes, like there was the name of a road and a business park, and yeah, I forgot, but anyway, this person was clearly to say it's Howard Hughes. I said, well, that's what I said, Howard Hughes. She goes, no, it's Howard Hughes. Clearly, Los Angeles female, telling me how to speak English, and I said, well, okay, listen, if you want to say Howard Hughes, that's fine. But where I'm from, everybody would say Howard Hughes. Well, that's really stupid. Okay. So I refuse to change my way of talking, unless there's some reason, but it's Howard Hughes, So I've been watching videos of these New Yorkers talking, and they all say Hughes, Howard Hughes, And yeah, right, okay, so it's right. And another one is Chocolate. Another guy from L.A., I would say chocolate, and he would say it's chocolate. I would say, no, well, chocolate. Who the hell fuck says chocolate? It's chocolate. Chocolate ice cream, chocolate candy, Hershey's chocolate bar, Bosco chocolate syrup. It's chocolate. He said it's chocolate, and I don't say chocolate. unless I had to for some reason, it's chocolate. But if people want to say, chocolate, okay, So there's many, many, many words I use and hear people talking how a New York or East Coast or a New York area speaker would pronounce a word versus a Los Angeles person or somewhere else in the country. And then, of course, Northern California, that's a whole different way of pronouncing words and speaking. That's a very gay intonation way of speaking up there in Northern California. But we all know about that, Okay, let's continue on. Blaine Cole. Sadly, they are no longer printing the 2,000 yen bill. Fortunately, I retained a few. I don't remember that. I remember 1,000 yen and the 10,000 yen. If there was one, I don't remember it, but okay. It's Bath, not Barth. Right, exactly. Bath. Well, that's that Bath and Bath time. That's easy to explain. That's English, that's British English versus American English. Bath versus Bath, But the chocolate thing is, chocolate. Get a haircut and turn off that shit music too. The shit music I'm playing? Okay, well, nothing wrong with the music in the background here, but I can change it. Yeah, this is good. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, chocolate, right. Coffee, chocolate, right. And wash and other stuff. When was the last time you had one? Had one what? Oh, a haircut or a bath? Okay. Get off of my lawn. Right, punk kids, right. Right, holy shit. Hurritan, hey man. Morty, what are some words of wisdom you could give to those in their middle age as you enter your twilight years on this earth? I've thought about that actually. I don't know if I want to say those things on my show. I don't want to give free advice to people who may be listening, who hold me in contempt and spew hatred at me, and give them good content for them to talk about. And I don't want to give out words of wisdom that younger people might actually resonate with and go, boy, that made a lot of sense what Morty said. So I don't want to answer that question. I choose not to really answer that question, Hurritan, though it's a good question. Yeah. Okay. All right. You don't like the clown music, Pavel? I'll change it in a minute. Blaine, seeing Puck Elf type, I can't help but wonder if he's missing a digit. Why are you picking on Puck Elf when there are so many other people out there who are absolutely vile, I mean vile Homo sapiens? Why pick on a guy like Puck, who's just a friendly, good-hearted guy, who likes, Voltron and stuff? Okay, Juggalo time. Throws chainsaws at you. Right, okay, juggalos, right. Rufus saw the 30 dirty birds sitting on a curb, chirping and burping and eating dirty earthworms. Boy, he was disturbed. What the hell are you talking about, Rufus? Saw the 30 dirty birds sitting on a curb, chirping and burping and eating dirty earthworms. Boy, was he. Okay. Is that like, are you practicing like Warren Beatty in that movie where he played Ben Siegel? What was that movie? Bugsy, where he was taking speech lessons because he thought he could start working as an actor. What was that? Three dwarves. What was that thing he kept saying? 20 dwarves took turns doing handstands on the carpet. He kept repeating that. Right. 20 dwarves took turns doing handstands on the carpet. 20 dwarves kept doing handstands on the carpet. He kept repeating that to improve his diction. Yeah, that was a true story, though, that part, that he really envisioned that he could get work as an actor because he had connections and he was a handsome guy and people knew who he was, so who would say no if he insisted on being in a movie? Yeah. And his friend George Raft, he might have pulled some strings, which he certainly did, you know. But anyway, okay. It's fucking from use your New York accent. You mean you want to hear my Australian accent? Okay. Blaine, the ending of Bugsy was Beatty's best. Oh, when he got shot in the head, right? Got shot in the eye, right? You know, that's still formally an unsolved case by the LAPD. It's technically a cold case. Yeah. Who the shooter was, if you want to consider it as unsolved. But technically, it's on the books as an unsolved Hollywood murder case. Gampers, Morty, can you name 3 lesser-known supplements or vitamins, not including magnesium, that you started taking after, say, 45 that have changed your life? Well, vitamin D3, certainly. I take vitamin C every day. I mean, it's so important, you know. And I think it's had a tremendous effect on me. I mean, I'm still very youthful looking, you know. When people meet me, you know, they go, "Well, I thought you'd look much older." And no, I'm still quite youthful. You know? And I think that has a lot to do with skin quality, healthy skin quality, and vim and vigor, and you know, everything in your body working optimally. You know, take 500 or 1,000 milligram vitamin C supplement, and you have to take a good one, not a shit one like from the supermarket. You know. CoQ10 is the thing about many supplements. Whether you feel the results or not, they're working internally, you know, on your organs and in your blood and your body. And scientific evidence on CoQ10 is just overwhelming. I mean, it's just factually, it's beneficial. You know? So maybe those 3. I don't know. Yeah. Okay, let's continue. Hurritan, Morty, do you have any crime noir films that you can think of off the top of your head that you would recommend? Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's so many. I mentioned one that I really raved about, which I just came across, just found it like a year or 2 ago, and I watched it. I never heard of it, and it was just absolutely incredible. And I recommended it to the audience. Spring and Fialta watched it. He really liked it. And I'll type it in here. Oh, what the fuck was it called? Oh, shit. Hang on. It was so fucking... Yeah, okay. Hurricane, you gotta or anybody, you gotta watch this movie. Let me get the year on that so you get the right one in case there's others. Yeah, that's it. Okay, hang on. Here it is. Watch this film. Scandal Sheet, 1952. I couldn't believe how good it was. Stars Broderick Crawford, who I was never a big fan of, but Everybody in the movie was Scandal Sheet, just incredibly good. It was so suspenseful. I had to stop it halfway through. I couldn't take it. I was like, you're literally on the edge of your seat watching the movie. The storyline is so excellently directed and constructed. But other film noirs, I mean, The Killing, Stanley Kubrick is a favorite. I mean, there's so many. Killing is great. Yeah, I mean, there's so many. Oh, here's another one I really like. You got to watch this movie if you've never seen it. Let me get you the year on this. This is a real film noir classic, and one of many. Okay, and let me answer this here. Hang on 1 second, please. Let me type it in. Kiss of Death, 1947, with Victor Mature. And Richard Widmark, who, phenomenal performance by Richard Widmark. He plays a gangster crumb bum hood named Tommy Udo. A movie that Curly must watch. If he's never seen, this is a recommendation for Curly. I don't know if he's a movie guy, but Kiss of Death, 1947, Richard Widmark plays a psychopathic, a New York psychopathic, a hoodlum New York guy. And Richard Widmark's performance made him a star. That movie made him a Hollywood star. And and deservedly so. Phenomenal movie. Beautiful done. Beautiful film. All right, I've watched it many times. Victor Mature, not really a actor, but he was terrific. And Richard Widmark, phenomenal. And Curly would love, if he never saw it, he would, I'm sure he's seen it. He would love that movie. And so would Baba. So would Golden Baba. All those types of guys would love it. Okay. Blaine Cole. For me personally, I have vivid dreams every night and can remember them after I wake. Choline is believed to be beneficial for brain health. Well, the multiple tablet I take has choline in its I think like 10 or 20 milligrams. Certainly not much, but let me look here. I'm looking. I can't read the label. It's too tiny. I think it has like 20 milligrams of choline, and yeah. Okay, let's continue. I remember dreams very well. I have extremely vivid dreams. I mean, they're like movies. I mean, fully acted out films with celebrities and everything. I mean, I'm not joking. Many times, and they're scary as fuck, or suspenseful and exciting and romantic and sexy and all different storylines, yeah. And I remember them when I wake up, yeah. All right, Killing, phenomenal. That's Sterling Hayden, Stanley Kubrick film, just fantastic. I've never seen Blood Simple. I mean, I know the movie, I've never seen it. Just, yeah. Puxta, these are not the droids you're looking for. Kiss of Death, 1947. It's a classic. Yeah, you got to see that. I don't even want to say it's a classic. It's just a great film. Yeah. Bear Clooney, good afternoon. Or good evening. Morty, I just sent you a small donation to PayPal. Wow. Bear Clooney, thank you very much. Thank you for the support. Okay, fantastic. You know, speaking of Canadians, I'm always, it never ends that when I read about an actor who I followed for decades and decades, when I actually look them up, I find out they're Canadian. And they moved to America when they were 10 years old or 5 years old or, 20 years old. But Hollywood, I don't want to say infiltrated, but is occupied by so many Canadian actors who we have never had any idea of that they were Canadians. Not that it means anything, but I mean, we always think of Bill Shatner and people, but it's just a huge list of Canadians who we think of as American actors or movie stars and Canadians. But anyway. All right. Thank you again, Bear Clooney. So this is not a claw machine, should have been. Bear Clooney. And you should post your donation platform links. Well, I did that at the beginning of the show, but that's a good reminder to do it more frequently and often. So that's a good tip. Let me repost that. And there it is. Cash App, Ko-Fi, and PayPal. Take your choice. Of course, Cash App, absolutely anonymous, you know. All right. What is this here? Where are we? Okay, thank you for the suggestion, Bear. Big, and it's on the banner, also on the screen there. But anyway, big juicy booty 420. Okay. That isn't currency. I know who that is. Okay. Puck Elf. I might add some yellow to the face of this. Right, okay. For crime thrillers, 3 days. Well, that's not a film noir. I've seen that movie several times. Okay, I like Max von Sydow very much in that film. Just an elegantly beautiful performance as the hitman. Very elegant and expertly done. But the movie is a preposterous film because Robert Redford, who's working in the movie, his character, he's working for the CIA. He knowingly got a job at the CIA at some New York office doing work as a CIA employee. And then 20 minutes into the film, he's the most anti-CIA guy out there who wants to expose everything and turn the CIA upside down. That doesn't make any sense because he's working there. That's the job he picked. All right. And the second thing that is so preposterous is how he meets Faye Dunaway in some clothing shop, pulls out his gun and forces her to drive him somewhere. And he forces her to drive him to her apartment, to her house, or whatever. And then the next thing you know, and she's, of course, scared to death that this guy with a gun has forced her to her home. Next thing you know, a matter of minutes later into the film, they're having sex and she loves him. And she's now helping him screw over, the CIA by doing very dangerous things, by actually going into the CIA and doing stuff inside the building there. I mean, it's absolutely preposterously ridiculous, but it is a watchable film, and all the support actors were very, very good, but yeah. But the movie had, and I did like the beginning of the film where he goes to the deli and orders some sandwiches for the staff. And that was very good New York style of how to order sandwiches at the deli. Okay. Uritan, a Drekavac's diner serves real malt shakes with a scream and a smile. Yeah, well, the problem with malt shakes over there is that whipped cream on top of the shake. Is that really, really whipped cream? You know what I mean. Malted barley and cocoa drinks are, oh yeah, very good. Morty's Diner, there's the Cash App, Ko-Fi, and PayPal info. So thanks for taking a look at that. Puck Elf, did you know to malt the barley is to make it sprout, then you kill and dry it, but that activates the natural sugars and how you make a beer? Well, yeah, barley and hops are how you make beer, but I never studied the chemical processes of all that. But it sounds like you're right, yeah. Blaine, any opinion on DOA from 1949? Yeah, that's with Edmund O'Brien, who's a fantastic actor from, quote, the golden age of Hollywood. Not fantastic. He was an excellent actor, excellent. And, I've seen that movie a couple times, and it just never did it for me. Let me look up, make sure that's the movie I'm thinking of. Edmund O'Brien, right. 1950, yeah. Absolutely film noir, but I just never did it for me. Yeah, I mean, so many film noirs that really stand out for me. Not that one. Never got into it. Not the Claw, the Craw. That's from Get Smart. You didn't think I knew that, huh? Yeah, that was. I think that might have been the first Get Smart episode. That might have been the premiere episode, if that's what you're referring to, and I do believe that is what you're referring to. Yeah. Right. All right. I'd have to check. Let me look that up real fast. Get Smart. Let's see. Claw, not Craw. If anything shows up. 1966. That's it. Episode was called The Claw. And I saw that episode when it happened. We all talked about it the next day in school. It was very funny. And that's when he also said, go over the underpass or go under the overpass? Right. I don't know if that was the first episode. Let me see. You have to look it up here. Well, anyway, who cares? Nobody cares. Let's continue. Day of disclosure, baby. What does that mean? Blaine, Cone of Silence. Oh, we love the Cone of Silence. That was great. All right. First time we all saw the Cone of Silence, I mean, that was absolutely hysterical, right? Hurritan. By the way, people ask, these Hollywood sluts, no talent sluts who don't look like anything special. It's all Hollywood hype that make these people. There are people out, the same people who think Michelle Obama's a beautiful woman, and that's why she's on the cover of all these ladies' magazines or fashion magazines like Vogue, over and over and over again. They're the same people who think these Hollywood trash sluts with no talent or minimal talent who they think they're so beautiful, like Madonna and Jennifer Lopez. I mean, Barbara Feldon is one of my favorites from back then, and she's the kind of woman that I tend to be with. Someone like the young Barbara Feldon from Get Smart. Brainy, beautiful, clever, witty, sexy, long legs. Great eyes, the whole deal, so yeah, Barbara Feldon, definitely. Diana Rigg, yes. And most of the women that Captain Kirk banged on Star Trek, they were all, outstanding, of course. If you're Bill Shatner, you can't be banging, sluts out there, alien sluts. You have to be really outstanding alien women there. Campers, yes, you're on record as very not anti the movie. It's just not that great a film. I mean, it's okay, but the story plots I described, they just don't make any sense. The story holes, yeah. Campers, I like the performances. Yeah, I did. The feel of the film, yes, I did. I did like that. And the old New York City, yeah, I did like the film overall. But the Faye Dunaway plot hole, where she falls in love and starts helping him, screw over the CIA, it's just absolutely absurd. And then how he turns against the CIA, it just makes absolutely no sense. Because that's where he's working. That's where he wanted to work. Then he goes against it. I mean, Blaine, the remake of DOA with Dennis Quaid and Meg Ryan was lacking. I never knew about that and never saw it, and I certainly wouldn't watch that. But okay. Campers, Blade Runner is considered noir? No. I really like the newer installment in the franchise too. Well, the Blade Runner, I don't remember the film. I remember Rutger Hauer and Harrison Ford, but I don't remember anything about the movie. It made no impact on me. It didn't register at all. And I don't know anything about a newer franchise of it. Yeah. Famous quotes from Get Smart. I call this one the spoiler. Right. I have a fan theory of Inspector Gadget, and Dr. Claw is Penny's father and invented the android Gadget to keep her safe from a life of crime until she's old enough to... Was there a Dr. Claw in Inspector Gadget? I don't know anything about that. I never followed Inspector Gadget. I am familiar with the movie with Matthew Broderick, for one reason or another, but, yeah, okay. Let's change the music to the relief of the audience. What's this? Ah, that's okay. Yeah. That sounds good. All right. I'm not understanding Korea's violet WC uniforms. 0-0 versus Mexico. World Cup. I don't know what to say. I have nothing to say about that. What sounds hateful? Puck, Shatner had the first ever syndicated interracial kiss on... Yeah, that's when he kissed Lieutenant Uhura. And that was the episode where they were in the Roman-run society. The Roman-like society. That very well may have been the first interracial kiss. I can't remember. Yeah. Puck, I'm doing... did anybody catch what I'm doing? Okay, right. Enough of that. Okay, McLobster. Mort, what do you think about a remake of Maltese Falcon starring Denzel Washington? Was there a I'm not a big Denzel Washington fan. I mean, he's so acclaimed by everybody as a fantastic or a great actor. I just find him the same in every single movie, whether he's a submarine captain or the airplane pilot or the Equalizer, or I don't find him interesting at all. I mean, I know everyone loves him, and that's fine. And I have nothing against him whatsoever. He's probably a great guy. I've heard he's a decent, well, very fine guy. But I just, his acting does nothing for me. I mean, that I've seen. What was a really fantastically done film? Wow, what was this called? I recommend this very highly. What year was this? Let me look this up. It was so good, I couldn't believe how good it was for when it was made. Maybe the 70s? Was that it? Yeah, that's it. I'm going to post it up here. I recommend this movie 100%. There it is. It's Farewell, My Lovely, a remake of a Humphrey Bogart, a movie from the 40s, I think, starring Robert Mitchum as Philip Marlowe in Los Angeles in the 1940s noir era of Los Angeles, but the movie was made in 75 in color. But you could absolutely adjust the dial on your RCA TV to just make it look black and white, and you would think that movie was made in the 40s. It's that authentically it's that much of an authentic homage to the 1940s, 50s black and white noir films. It is so good, and Mitchum is so good in that movie. It's absolutely perfectly typecast. Perfectly cast, And many people would say, well, he's not interesting in that movie, but he really is. Yeah. So I really recommend that movie. Gabbers, Morty, one thing missing from the film Talk is Jax. What is the impasse to a truce, and what has to happen to it? No, he's totally done with me. He left me a message, and he wants nothing to do with me, and that's that. So that's done. That's over. Yeah. He thinks what he thinks, and I have other things to do than work on changing his mind or opinion. Or, whatever. And, whatever. Okay, let's continue on. Blaine. Instead of creating new characters with their history and timeline, those catamites, in Hollywood just change the race, ethnicity of old characters and reboot the same old story. What's sloth? Yeah, that's absolutely true. The biggest sins in that is having this transsexual Ellen Page playing. Who's she playing? Hannibal? Is that who she's playing? Or, I mean, it's just unbelievable. She's a Canadian. I just looked it up. Elliot Page. Oh, you see, it's he, she, they, them, she, he was born Ellen Page, and he became Elliot Page. Canadian actor, and activist. Unbelievable. Outspoken in the LGBT deal. And that's right. She became a he. He had his breasts surgically removed. She had her breasts surgically removed on his path of becoming a he. Oh, born in Halifax, Nova Scotia. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. All right. And what movie was she just... I just confused myself. There's a movie he was just cast in, that's The Odyssey, right. I mean, it's just unbelievable, right? Christopher Nolan film, Homer's The Odyssey, and Matt Damon is Odysseus. Oh my God, who would watch Matt Damon in anything, let alone a classic like that? Anne Hathaway is Penelope. I wouldn't watch Anne Hathaway wipe her ass. I mean, she's so fucking annoying. Charlize Theron, a totally deranged liberal, is in the movie. I wouldn't. Elliot Page is in that movie. I don't know if it's Elliot or... Yeah. She became a he. That was the step. And cast him in this movie. It's just I can't even think about it. It's and then they redo Cinderella as a black Cinderella, and Snow White as a black girl, and the Seven Dwarves are all multiracial, multinational, LGBTQ approved. I mean, it's just despicable how Hollywood remakes these. Like, it would be like they're going to remake, maybe they would, if they decided, let's remake Rumpelstiltskin and have her be a girl from the hood who has long black hair. And Denzel Washington we can cast as the father. And the lover, Rumpelstiltskin, I mean, he could be, whatever. I mean, it's just unbelievable. Okay. McLobster, hello. The path of the righteous man is beset on all sides by the inequities of the selfish. That's too complicated to understand. Okay. At least we got a good 2 hours of the Morty show free of him. Oh, you mean Puck? You don't like Puck? Jesus. Okay. Yeah, I've been here for 2 hours. Let's check my phone, see how those Cash Apps, PayPals, and emails are. And Ko-Fis are coming in. Let's take a look here. Bear Clooney, PayPal, thank you very much. Greatly appreciated. Cash App, oh, that's just an email. Nothing there. One show of support for the entire show. That's isn't that amazing? No, it's not amazing. And let's have a new banner up there. There we go. Hang on. How do we do this? It's too complicated. Thanks to Bear Clooney, today's show sponsor. 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 Take out the S. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. It's too complicated. Okay, let's get back. Very good. Hello, Davy Smalls. Yeah, in a few minutes, I'll put up a link if anybody would like to hop on. Despicable what Hollywood does to these people. Like, I mean, it's just unbelievable. Matt Damon, Team America. I can't stand Matt Damon. I mean, I don't like his acting. And as a human being, he's a demented Hollywood liberal nut job. Okay. You know why they call themselves lefties, Morty? What's the answer for your question, Blaine? Okay. Ellen Page has some fucked up roles to try. They yeah. Well, clearly she's disturbed, mentally disturbed. Yeah. The Morty pre-review. Campers, it's why David Lynch was so great. Mulholland Drive shows Tinseltown's depravity. That movie was with Nick Nolte. And is that the movie that I'm thinking of with the Hat Squad, the LAPD Hat Squad? It was so... Let me look this up. Mulholland Drive. Naomi Watts... 2001. After a car wreck on Mulholland Drive renders a woman amnesiac, she and a Hollywood hopeful search for clues and answers across LA in a twisting venture beyond. I never saw this. How's this possible? Robert Foster's in it. Then what's that movie with Nick Nolte and Chaz Palminteri? That's the other guy I was thinking of from a couple hours ago. But the LAPD Hat Squad, an absolutely idiotically done film. Nick Nolte, Steve Buscemi was in it, and Chaz Palminteri, and what a stupidly done film. I mean, I'm not going to get into it, but what was that movie? I got to look it up now. We're talking movies and music. What the hell was that movie called? I'm looking. Stand by. You know, the movie where Nick Nolte and Chaz Palminteri are the LAPD detectives. They were always wearing hats. They were called the Hat Squad. That was a real thing. And Mulholland Falls, 1996. So there were two movies with that title. This is the movie, 1996. Melanie Griffith, Nick Nolte, Jennifer Connelly. That's Puck's woman of his dreams, Jennifer Connelly. Wow. Yeah, in 1950s LA, a special crime squad of the LAPD investigates the murder of a young woman. I thought the movie was so weirdly done. Chris Penn, Sean Penn's brother. Oh, nothing. Michael Madsen. Daniel Baldwin. Ugh. Treat William. Well, he was very good. John Malkovich. No, it was John Malkovich, not Steve Buscemi. That's what I was thinking of, right? Yeah, just a weird movie. Okay, let's continue. Let me turn the... Hold on. Because they're to the far left of the bell curve. Ah, I see. Okay. I think it's a nice thing that Bear and yourself, well, I won't say friends, but on good terms, it seems. Well, isn't this an interesting development? Yeah, there's something going on there. Yeah. Now you just can't leave. Right. Well, I like that movie. I can't stand De Niro, but I like the movie. But, that kid, the kid who plays C, who, gets taken under his wing by Chaz Palminteri, the gangster. What a weird-looking kid. I forget the guy's name. He got into real trouble with drugs and crime and went to prison, I think, whatever that guy's name was. The kid actor. I don't remember, but... Okay, we're all caught up on the comments. I'm going to take a break here because I'm hungry. So let me... I'm going to play a video while I take a very short break. And this is today's new video. So let's get this here. And I'll be back soon enough. Thank you. And we're back. Yeah. Oh boy, I needed that break. I've been here 2 hours and 15 minutes. I had a sandwich. All right. But on one slice of bread, because that's the last slice of bread I had. Mm-hmm. All right, let's put up the link. See if anybody would like to talk about anything. And yeah, no sheeple, please. Let's get the old standby. This should work. Kind of early for the whale music, but is that it? Yeah, Golden Baba loves this music, so. Hold on a second, please. That sandwich was good, but now all of a sudden I'm craving for a bag of potato chips and a pint of Haagen-Dazs vanilla chip and a can of peas and a can of ravioli. Shit. Anyway, after the show, I'm going to go outside and light up the pre-roll, and I'll report on that on the next show. Okay, let's get a link up here. Maybe Gampers will show up. You never know. Never know. Or Davy Smalls. And there's the link, everybody. Thank you. And again, here are the if you'd like to support this channel with a contribution, here's the info: Cash App, Ko-Fi, or PayPal. All right, thanks. Very good. Oh yeah, we have Puck Elf backstage. Well, sometimes I've been pushing coffee all day and water and eating edibles and. All right, let me change the screen there. Hello, Puck.
Greetings.
How are you doing?
Pretty happy.
Pretty happy. Okay. I can see you bubbling with happiness.
Yeah.
So, very good.
Been doing some repaints and some customization on the elf weapon.
Right. What was that comment about from Gampers or somebody? I forgot who it was before. Abracadabra. About shitting in a plastic bag? Was that something I missed? Or?
I'm not getting into it, dude.
Oh, okay. Just as well.
I'll just troll the fucks with it there.
There you go. Very good.
Yeah, I'm like Bella Delphine, and I sell my bathwater sex to. There you go.
That's I heard about her a year or two ago and looked her up and saw that. Unbelievable.
I was asking him how many bags of shit he wanted, and he said he didn't want any. I don't know why he was bringing it up.
Right. Okay. Well, let's move on. That was whatever. All right. So you're painting. You're painting your lightsaber, or what are you doing?
Fucking dude. Oh, I got to show you what it looked like before I started, though. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen for a sec. It's already finished. Where are we going? Fuck it. Let's just share everything. Go. Over here. Alright. Yep, that's it.
Ah, that's a big one.
Oh, that's it when it started.
Okay, right.
Yeah. Oh, wait, I'll go back. See the handle?
Right.
Yep, okay. Now we understand what's happening.
Okay. Very good.
This is about to happen.
Abracadabra. He routinely.
This
Unbelievable.
This is my custom version, and now it has skulls and shit on it. Cause fucking Grey Skull bitches, and He-Man's a pussy. It's as if Skeletor gets the sword, and I covered it in gunge and grime and weathered it down and shit.
Oh, nicely done.
It looks
like it's been battle used.
It looks fucking sick. Yeah, it's like Skeletor's version. It's like all fucked and shit.
Oh, by the way, Abracadabra. There are other people for sure who routinely defecate on their channels. In terms of the quality of their content, it's just like defecating on their audience. It's really, Anyway, okay, got it. I'm not a coward. Abracadabra, you want to come on the panel? I mean, I put up the link if anyone wants to come on.
The tower.
Abracadabra, hop on the panel.
That looks fucking filthy now with the skull on it.
He routinely defecates on his YouTube live streams. I'll be supplying YouTube support with the clip. I don't know anything about that. If you say so, okay, but got it.
Would you believe that I shit every day?
I believe it. Anyway,
some people are scouted by this.
All right, Max Carter, the powers of Grey Skull. This is the inevitable moment. This is inevitable moment will transpire. Before. Max Carter, are you smoking pre-rolls? What are you talking about? The powers of Grey Skull. This is the inevitable moment that will transpire before my eyes. I can't make it out.
We also gave Sort of Omens a repaint yesterday. Yeah.
Wow.
Thundercats, bitches.
Abracadabra, you can join my Discord. But that's a very bad thing to say, Abracadabra. Okay.
Turned out great, didn't it? I love that. I got to get the golden gauntlet that it fits in.
Mm-hmm.
I tried looking one up last night, but it's like from 15 years ago and I can't find one.
What does this mean? This guy looks like a character straight out of A's Alter. What the hell is that?
That means I'm about to like smoke you with a spirit bomb.
I got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
I'm pretty happy with that. Hold on. I got a dual wield He-Man and Thundercats. Let's go. You're so jealous. Oh, fuck yeah. That is sick. I'll have one of them. I'll take
Amazing.
two.
Yeah.
I'll take two.
Wow.
I like my Skeletor sword though. The He-Man version was gay. The way it came. I'm like, no, He-Man's gay. He's a faggot. Skeletor. And now I have to run around and call everyone a boom. And
What's a boom?
No, a boob. That's what Skeletor used to say in He-Man. You boob! When he called someone an idiot.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. He put shit on his own minions and everyone. Like, yeah, it's just fucking mad. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty
I've never.
happy.
Was there a Skeletor movie?
No, there's a new He-Man movie, but
A He-Man movie. I see.
that Skeletor is played by Jared Leto,
Oh, really?
and
Okay.
he's a movie killer. That guy, he's fucked.
Uh-huh.
He's going to tank everything, but apparently he steals the show. And Skeletor is just a fucking boss.
I'm assuming Skeletor is evil. He's an evil character.
Yes, he's even more eviler than Darth Vader.
Really? Wow.
Yeah. Yeah. Skeletor makes Darth Vader look like a fucking lefty.
Wow.
Yeah. The
I'm not going to
chat will
watch
go-
that movie, but maybe I'll look up a Skeletor animated video or something.
And I was checking out the Skeletor action figure that's out for the movie too. It's only $12. But I'm like, I'm already buying the Sword of Power. I can't buy both at the same time.
Mhm.
But I just fucking bought Aquarion as well. I'm like,
What is Aquarian?
it is another robot like Voltron.
I see.
Yeah, and it's fucking filthy. It costs twice as much as Voltron.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not fucking cheap, but I want it. And it can be Voltron's bitch because Aquarion is love.
What female character of all these characters you're talking about in all these movies and in this whole genre, what female character is the absolute sexiest of all of them? The absolute sexiest, you want to bang her so bad character?
If I told you, I'd end up chained in a dungeon.
Oh, okay. Wow.
Yeah,
Well, we'll move on.
we don't talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gampers, Puck. I just purchased a DC Direct Page Puncher's Robin by McFarlane Toys for 2-year-old Lil Gampers. He was unimpressed. What is a Page Puncher Robin? You mean a hole puncher? Wow.
I don't know.
I don't know.
Don't know. My favorite version of Robin is Red Hood, when Batman lets him get killed by the Joker. And the entire time, Batman keeps letting this fucker get away, and he ends up murdering Robin, but he survives and comes back, but he's fucked in the head, and he becomes Red Hood, and he doesn't fuck around.
Pavel is interested. Do you use an ashtray, or you just dropping the ashes on the floor there? There you go. Very good.
Yeah, no, I just ash on the floor, can't anyway. But
There you go.
yeah. No, I ash on the dog. No, I've got a dog next to me. I just ash on that cunt and set it on fire.
What do you think of the new Supergirl? Is there a new Supergirl movie or something? Or was he...
Yeah, the chick's pretty hot. But they've already cut like 30 minutes out of it before it's been released because they just put too much bullshit in it. There's too much fucking Superman and too much Clark Kent. And no one's going to go watch fucking Supergirl for Clark Kent. We want tits.
Right. It's obvious, right? In 1987, Masters of the Universe, Skeletor is played by Frank Langella. Really? I'll have to look that up.
Yeah. And Dolph Lundgren's He-Man. Oh.
Okay, I'm gonna add that to my movie list because I'll check that out.
Dolph is fucking filthy. He's a sexy man.
I see. Gampers, it's a version of Robin from Batman and Robin. Lil Gampers prefers Spider-Man, or as he calls him, Sour Man.
Okay.
I
I
see.
fixed this today. Speaking of Spider-Man. This was broken. Fixed it. Let's get that going. How do we do that? That goes on there. That goes on there. Let me turn it on. And then when we have our Sword of Power, we go Force Lightning. Oh, fucked it. Fucked it. There we go. Force Lightning. Yeah. And the string glows in the dark and shit too. It's sick.
Unbelievable. Wow.
Yeah, it's pretty.
Here's a question, Puck. Who is your favorite female character in any X-Men series?
Jubilee.
Jubilee. Let me look that up.
Oh, what's the fucking cute chick from Deadpool's name? Fucking Hakumi. She just sits there and does nothing. Just like someone's girlfriend.
Jubilee, I see. Yes, I see. Okay.
Oh, no, what is it? Teenage Megasonic Warhead. There you go. Yeah, the one from Deadpool. Little bitch cunt. With her fucking lesbian anime girlfriend. Hakumi. Yeah. Teenage Megasonic Warhead. Yeah. Or Jubilee. They're basically the same character. Oh. Fucking. Who was that cunt that played Gambit in the new Wolverine Deadpool thing?
I have no idea.
Channing Tatum was fucking Gambit. He fucking shredded it. It was fucking good. Yeah, fucking Channing Tatum was fucking Gambit, dude. He's the card throwing guy. He's fucking, yeah, filthy. Yeah, I like it.
Elliot Page, he, she, whatever, is 5'1". So he's a 5'1", they, them. He was a Elaine Page became Elliot Page. So 5'1", the girl Elaine Page became 5'1", Elliot Page, the they them, right?
You know how privileged she is that she wanted to become a short man. That's some fucking privilege right there. I'm a woman and I'm 5 foot and I'm cute. I'm going to be a 5 foot man because of my privilege.
Well, you know, original OC is renowned for wearing a size 7 shoe, men's shoe, size 7. Being that Elaine Page or Elliot Page is 5'1", what size men's shoe do you think she wears? Like a 4, maybe a 5. That's even smaller than original OC. Wow.
I bet it's about as big as a dick.
We don't want to get into that.
Yeah, well, I'm saying it's small.
Right. Well, who knows? Who would want to know?
Yeah.
Incredible.
No, I fixed my lightsabers up last night, too. They need a bit of TLC. My connector bit, like the penis and the vagina, weren't having good sex with each other. I had to give him a bit of a sand down and give him a grease with some silicone and shit. And now they're making passionate love to each other.
Okay. Masters of the Universe also featured Meg Foster and Billy Barty. Okay, I know that movie. I remember seeing advertising for it. Meg Foster, I saw her. I was in Santa Monica at a supermarket on the checkout line, and I turned around and she was right behind me. And I liked her quite a bit. And this would have been like 1990, early 90s. And I didn't say anything to her. I think I just said hello, and that was it. But I should have struck up a conversation. I should have had a conversation with her because she's a nice lady, I think, and she would have loved me. She would have liked me.
I was chatting for like 10 minutes to the lady that checks your bag when you walk out of like fucking Kmart.
Yeah,
we were talking about Mandalorian and Grogu and Star Wars and shit. She's a couple of years older than me, and I didn't think of it at the time. I should have started her out.
Yeah, she would have said, "You must give me your number and come over to my place for dinner." Yeah, but yeah, I didn't make a move.
That's what I was thinking the other day.
The same thing happened with Deborah Winger. This is in the early 90s, mid 90s. I was at a Coffee Bean and Tea Leaf on Montana Avenue in Santa Monica, and she was right. She was right behind me on line at the coffee shop while I was, waiting to place my order. I turned around, there she was, right behind me, and I just looked at her, and I don't even know if I said hello. Maybe I did. I should have struck up a chat with her. She definitely would have invited me over her place. There's no question about it.
Dude,
But I screwed up again. Yeah.
dude, I negged Delta Goodrum.
What does that mean?
When chicks think you're going to be a fucking simp for them, you throw a negative comment at them, but be polite about it, and it cuts them right fucking down. They want to fuck you instantly because you don't give it.
Wow.
And Delta Goodrum's like this fucking sexy pop star from Australia, and I was selling a week out the back a walk to her, and she came up and tried to get a 20 off me, and I pretended she was a backup dancer. I'm like, who are you? Yeah, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Who do you dance for?
Well, you just bump into people, and it's you got to take an opportunity. You got to seize the moment when it happens, and oftentimes I've not done that, and big regrets. Yeah.
That's probably my biggest name drop is fucking Negan Delta Goodrum. But I fucked one of the singers anyway, so it's all good.
Mm-hmm.
Not a singer, so dancers in the background.
Yeah. What's her name? I'm gonna look her up. See.
Delta Goodrum.
Okay.
Yeah. Double.
There it is. Okay, Delta Goodrum. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, she looks good. Oh.
Yeah, she's fucking filthy, dude.
Oh, really? You mean the slut? Real slut?
No. I mean, she's hot. Yeah. Anyway, I threw a neg at her. Who are you? Who do you dance for?
I see.
As if I didn't know who the fuck she was.
Right.
Yeah.
Pavel, Docs keeps his fantasies a little more realistic, like the 20-something optometry assistant that's right, that touched his leg as she walked by, brushed his leg as she walked past. Yeah, that's the extent of his women's stories. Anything that's the only female story he's ever talked about.
Yeah.
Ever. But I won't say anything.
I accidentally nudged a boob with my elbow when getting off the bus once. I should be arrested for rape crimes.
Yeah. Well, I take that back. He did have, well, forget it. Who cares, right? Yeah.
I'm pretty happy. How good is that sword with the skull on it?
So, do people in Australia eat turkey, like turkey sandwiches? Do you have turkeys in Australia?
It's becoming more popular and people do farm them here now, but not traditionally. But you do see them like seasonally, the turkeys getting around.
Oh, because here turkey is a top, sandwich, and every supermarket has turkey slice, turkey stuff, and
We eat emus, mate.
Right. Emus, right. I would eat an emu. Why not?
What's that? Why not? We went to war with them and we lost. See how we just ate them.
That's right. You told me about it. I looked that up. I remember that. Yeah. The Great Emu War or something like that.
Yep, we ran out of ammo.
They ammoed you out and they prevailed. They beat you.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Burundi.
So you smoking a cigarette or something else?
Just a ciggy.
Right.
I like doorknob. Doorknob says hello. When I transform into He-Man, I need to point my magical sword at doorknob and turn it into like my monkey magic flying floppy cloud. That's my battle cat.
Okay.
Fucking doorknob. That little fucking dog. It's gonna be my battle cat when I transform into Skeletor. My floppy little cloud. Combat cloud. Mirror doorknob. Yes. Happy little Nobby. Yeah. Nobby's happy. Burundi. A case of beer is being delivered at some point in a moment. Yeah, someone popped up to the next town over from the village. We don't even have like a fucking pub in this village. It's black. I can't get beer here. I either got to drive 20 minutes that way, 15 minutes that way. Wow. Someone's doing it for me. Pretty happy with that sort of orange repaint. I'm going to get some clear acrylic spray and then give it a good seal so I don't wear all the gunge off it. I'm wearing the gunge off it on my hand. It's like acrylic paint and shit. Mm. 12:30 p.m. Technically, they're right. It is 12:30 p.m. because that's the middle of the day. Yep.
Well, I'll tell you.
But you know, they don't know how a clock works, so they wouldn't be smart enough to figure that one out.
All right. I'll put up the invite link one more time if anybody would like to join the panel, join in with Puck. And we're coming up on a 3-hour show, so I'll wrap it up in 5 to 10 minutes.
I'm just going to see if I can find a picture of aquarium. Burundi. No. Looking. So GX Shokogen GD99 Genesis of Aquarian by Bandai. It is love. Aquarion is love. I'm so fucking happy with that thing. Probably just box picture a bit away to go. Let's save that.
Ertan, Puck, I smoke more weed than Snoop Dogg, but I can never get as lit as you, mate. You're the king. Wow.
Cheers, cunt. I'm tired.
Ertan, do you do the crip walk? Do you do a crip walk like Snoop Dogg? You want me to put that on the screen?
Yep. That's Aquarion.
He's like Voltron, kind of a transformer thing.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. There's like 3 ships that transform, and it's got like 3 different modes just with those 3 ships. But there's another set that has another 3 ships, and you can combine all 6 of them in any fucking way you want. And Aquarion is love. Yeah, when 2 of the pilots form a bond of true love, it unlocks Aquarion's magical powers, and it goes fucking sick. Yeah, and so that's going to be Voltron's girlfriend.
Wow.
Yeah,
Amazing. Yeah.
I know, right? It's not fucking cheap either. So twice as much as Voltronics. But
Mm.
I don't want to know how much I spent on it. I think it was like $375. It was a lot.
Question, Puck, do you listen to any rap music?
No,
Okay.
yeah. I do not enjoy that culture. I think it's degenerate.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Well, it's a lot of it is just garbage and trash. I mean, it's true.
Yeah. It's misogynist.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, it's fucking trash. And it's violence
Mm-hmm.
promoting of theft,
Mm-hmm.
graffiti.
Certainly not
And
music or musical. Yeah.
it's just destruction of the public sphere is rap. I
Mm-hmm.
fucking hate.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Why don't you go graffiti the fucking toilet block down the road and tag it with fucking Damo was you dumb cunt, and listen to your fucking rap? You fucking loser. I'll tell you how I think.
Campers, have you already ordered the robot?
Yes,
Okay.
Aquarion was in the post.
Doesn't the diner have a clothing policy, minimum requirement, singlet and so? Well, we
Yeah,
do, but this is a remote, so it's okay.
I'm wearing my required clothing.
Yeah.
See? I've got my top on. I'm gonna get some boots. Be right back. Hold the fort, doorknob.
All right, I'll do it for another minute or two. Then, yeah.
Doorknob.
I need more food for my dinner. That sandwich was not enough. Yeah, we're going to wrap up the show right after Puck gets back. We'll close it out. And I'll go outside and light up that pre-roll. Yeah, all right. It's only 7:30 here, so very good.
Burundi.
All right, last question for the night. Gampers, Puck, when will Aquarian arrive in the mail, and can we count on an unboxing at Morty's
Yeah,
Diner?
I'll be unboxing all over the fucking joint, bro.
There you go. Very good.
I dig this. This is way less gay now, especially with the skull on it and the purple for Skeletor, and I coloured in the runes with the purple too.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, proper Skeletor action. You boom! What? I won! Classic Skeletor. Misogynist piece of shit. I love him.
Wow.
He's
Amazing.
great. Yeah, he's amazing. He's more evil than Darth Vader.
Mm-hmm. All right. Well, it's that time. What is this, Max? Morty, thoughts on the 20-acre Obama Presidential Center opening on Chicago's South Side? Oh, it looks like a shithole, reflective of the man himself. It's a financial fiasco. The budget on that thing and the construction and just absolute shit top to bottom. You know?
My lightsabers also have better sex with each other now. See that? Done. They want to fuck now.
All right. And on that note, we'll close out tonight's episode, tonight's show. About a 3-hour show. Wow. Amazing.
Horse lightning.
Wow. All right. Thank you, Puck. Thanks for stopping by.
You're welcome.
All right.
You boob! Next time, He-Man!
And thanks for watching the show. See everybody next time. I'm going outside and light up. Bye.